Hello everyone, welcome to Turning Forward. I'm your host Mike Overton, and in this episode we're going to be going through Season 2, Episode 1 of Strange New Worlds. In this series we're going to break down each episode into 5 segments. First off, we're going to talk about the plot, the things that we loved, the things that they could have done a little better, some standout moments, and a quick summary to recap. We start this episode with an incredible visual Starbase 1, where the Enterprise is in dry dock undergoing upgrades and maintenance, which is being overseen by Commander Pelia. Whilst Captain Pike assists Una Chin Riley with her legal battles, Una's court-martial appearance revolves around her rise as genetically engineered Illurian within the Federation, revealing the deeper reasons behind her fight for justice. And in Pike's absence, Spock assumes the role as acting captain. Now, meanwhile, the bridge crew are facing intrusive inspectors who are disrupting their routines, and amidst all the chaos, Uhura receives a distress message from Kajatar 4, a dilithium mining planet on the Klingon Federation border. Connected to a previous storyline from Season 1, La'an Noonien Singh's mission, which is to reunite Oriana with her family. Accompanied by Klingons reminiscent of those from Star Trek of old, La'an showcases her skills as a blood wine drinking contest and negotiates with Klingons. She reveals a crisis. The decline in the demand for Kajatar 4's dilithium has a group of Klingon and ex-Federation members as pirates. Their goal is to restart the war and profit from the ensuing chaos. Uncovering the pirates' plan, Mbenga and Chapel unwittingly become involved, and they inject themselves with a substance that induces a sort of berserker rage inherited from the Klingon War, enabling them to eliminate the pirates and gather vital information. However, they find themselves trapped on board this pirate ship, a ship which has got a Crossfield class saucer section with upside down nacelles and a strange hull configuration. The remaining Enterprise crew intercepts a distress signal, discovering the truth behind the pirate scheme, and they face the task of rescuing Mbenga and Nurse Chapel, who escaped earlier, whilst maintaining peace with the Klingons. Now, despite the challenges, they succeed, with Spock emotionally reviving Chapel with CPR on a transporter pad. They navigate the situation by allowing the Klingons to sort of save face and share their version of the events. After the conflict, a hungover Spock converses with Admiral April, hinting at future developments. As the Enterprise returns to base, Spock retrieves his loot, symbolizing the lingering emotions while sensing the approach of a Gorn in Federation space. So the first thing that comes to mind in this episode is Commander Pelia. She's a former Starfleet Academy instructor who teaches warp core breaches, of all things. She boards the Enterprise as an inspector, and with remarkable insight, Pelia uncovers Spock's plan to fake a warp core breach and steal the Enterprise. She impresses the crew and talks herself into becoming essentially chief engineer, a position that looks like it's permanent in this season. Pelia is a Lanthanite. We know not very much about them, but they seem to have a seemingly immortal nature, and her centuries-long existence on Earth captivates Spock. And it also adds a touch of whimsy to the series, a bit like Guinan from The Next Generation. Pelia's character holds many more secrets, and I hope that we get to see more of those secrets as the season progresses. The next thing that comes to mind is Nurse Chapel and Dr. Mbenga's experiences during the Klingon War come to light. Serving together prior to their time on the Enterprise, they revealed a sort of unnamed stimulant, little green vial that they inject, and it helps them survive direct confrontations from Klingons, and a lot of Klingons. The remarkable drug is still carried by Mbenga and grants Chapel and him sort of enhanced strength, speed, and endurance, enabling them to overpower formidable Klingon warriors. Although the long-term effects remain unknown, this intriguing addition to Star Trek canon of Strange New Worlds begs some further exploration and explanation. The only part of the episode I didn't like is the way that Admiral April dealt with Spock's reprimand for stealing the Enterprise. He essentially commits mutiny, hijacks his crew, and hijacks the ship. Yes, they did save the Federation from war, so perhaps that had a part to play in it, but Stealing a starship is a massive deal, and we know that from previous incidents with Kirk. Uhura, Mitchell, and Ortegas playfully jest with Spock, suggesting that he should come up with a catchphrase to announce the ship's warp jump. This humorous trend of developing catchphrases has become a sort of recurring joke in contemporary Trek. Through experiments with his thing in Discovery, Captain Freeman exclaims "Warp me" in Lower Decks, and we were left in suspense regarding Seven and Nine's catchphrase at the end of Season 3. So, as we know from the trailer, it's official. Spock's thing is, "I want the ship to go, now." This whole scene is quite funny and playful, and in some ways I hope that we get to see more of Spock's catchphrase, but at the same time, I kind of wish he would pick something a little better. In another captivating scene, Spock confirms Pelia's status as a Lanthanite, a species that seems to have resided in secret on Earth for centuries until being discovered in the 2100s. The interaction between them is a delightful blend of humour and emotion, and Pelia shares a heart-touching revelation recalling that she essentially came out to Spock's mother, highlighting their deep friendship. With equal measures of heart-wrenching and hilarious moments, Pelia expresses the pain of losing loved ones is universally shared by even those with a half-open heart. She also confesses that the greatest challenge of her long life is boredom, relentless boredom, and expresses her desire to join the Enterprise on a permanent basis. I love this scene, and I can't wait to see more of Pelia. I really can't. She kind of has that sort of Jet Reno almost sort of vibe to her, and I hope we get to see lots more of her. Season 2, Episode 1 kicks off the season to a delightful and solid start. It skillfully balances episodic storytelling while setting up for future storylines. Following the TNG tradition, the decision to focus on the rest of the cast by sidelining Pike and Cabana Chinriley in the premiere is a smart move, and it allows the other characters to shine. Although it was a bit disheartening to see Klingon so easily overpowered, the final celebration scene with them manages to make up for it. It's a moment that brings a sense of satisfaction. If the following 9 episodes maintain this level of quality, we're in for a real treat. It's simply good Star Trek, and will surely leave many of you delighted. I know I was. Everyone, thank you for watching and listening to this week's episode of 10 Forward. If you'd like more Clone Star podcast, you can catch up with Sean Ferrick with The War Room every Wednesday at 10:30 AM UK time, or visit our website clonestarpod.com for all the latest episodes and interviews. I've been Mike Overton, your host, and I hope you all have a fantastic week ahead.